What is going on, YouTube? I am leaving work right now. Today was a very rough day. I had a headache almost all day. Like an hour after I woke up, I got a headache. Walking around I was getting vestibular symptoms, which I have not had in a long time. Shouldn't say a long time, that's not true. But for a couple weeks I was doing a lot better. I had a rough day the other day, but I don't know, this one kind of, I don't know. I went down on my gabapentin and I cut that in half, and my doctor did say I could do that. And then tomorrow I am upping my venlafaxine. He's gonna put me on the 75 milligram slow release, and then he's putting me on a 37.5 milligram on top of that. So he wants me to take both of those in the morning starting tomorrow. So I'm a little bit nervous because I was jumping just 12.5 milligrams in the beginning. I was getting spikes of anxiety like a half an hour after I took it, and so I'm really hoping that, you know, increasing 37 milligrams in this time around, that it's not gonna have a, you know, hopefully I don't feel weird or anything. But yeah, today was not good. I had a headache literally all day. I took ibuprofen at lunch. I took 4 300 milligrams liquid capsules of ibuprofen, and we got a job around 12:30. Went back out, and that helped for like 2 hours, but I still felt off. And after about 2 hours, the headache came back, and I was fighting this insane exhaustion. If I were to guess, I would say that it was probably from like the migraine hangover, which I'm pretty familiar with, but it's still terrible, especially being at work. You know, I was out in the field and standing up and falling asleep. It's just like your body just releases insane amounts of chemicals after you've had a migraine for, 8 hours, and then your body's just like, you need to go to bed. And I really hate that feeling, especially when you're in an environment where you can't sleep, and you feel like your body's shutting down. It was, I think I likened it before to when you're like in class, and you remember back in high school when you like literally cannot for the life of you keep your eyes open, and that's what it felt like today, and it was miserable. But yeah, I had to go into a Connex twice today, and both experiences were not fun. Definitely increased my my vestibular symptoms a great deal upon entering. I also felt vestibular symptoms just from walking. Like, walking felt very strange. I was trying to think of how to describe this because it's a very specific sensation. I'm trying to think of something that would make sense to other people, because I know it's something I've experienced before. I can't think of in what context. I guess, like, I don't know, do you remember in like elementary school in gym class we had these like scooters that you would sit on, not like scooters with handles, but just like a 1 foot by 1 foot square with wheels underneath them. And I don't know what games we played with them, but you could like run, you know, you're holding on to them and you're running, and they jump on and you can just, you know, slide. But it spins. It's not like a skateboard and stay straight. But anyways, like, if you've ever been on one of those and like you're sitting on it and you're scooching yourself forward, and when you're scooching forward, it goes forward, but then it like kind of shuffles back and forth backwards as you're moving forward. So you have like multiple vectors going at once. So you have like, because I'm walking, I'm constantly moving forward, but at the same time it's like going back and forth. As I'm moving forward, it's going back and forth. That's how it felt, and it's very jarring. And it wasn't like super intense, but there were times when I was walking when it was getting to the point where it was like anxiety was building, and beyond the point of me being able to just ignore it. And yeah, it was not fun. And it was like that all day. And if I did have a break from it, it would be when I was standing still, like working on something. I would get maybe a break if I was focused on something I was working on and standing still. But I felt totally like I felt like just disconnected from reality. I did my best to like pretend like I was involved in conversations with my coworkers at work. And again, I was doing very simple things that I've done time and time again, and my brain was not connected to what I was doing. And that is very frustrating, because, you know, again, if you've been dealing with this long enough, you get the sense, you kind of like learn that no matter how many times you tell people what you're dealing with, they're gonna forget really quickly. And you almost learn to stop mentioning it, because it becomes futile. Because again, what are they gonna do? Nothing. But I guess it just becomes frustrating when, like, I don't want to feel like this. I just want to live my normal life without having this immense burden that follows me around every day. And the fact that it's invisible is incredibly frustrating when I don't look like there's anything wrong with me. But if you could only see for 10 minutes if you could only feel what it feels like to live like I live, experience what I experience, moment to moment, I think people would maybe, I don't know, just have more. I just wish people understood so they can have more sympathy, because I get the feeling that it's over people's heads, in the sense that people think like, oh yeah, like I know people will make comments about, oh, are you still dealing with that vertigo thing, or oh, you still having those headaches or whatever. And I think just the way it's talked about to me, and these aren't people with bad intentions. These are people that I like, my coworkers, and even friends. I just know that people really don't understand, and especially when people say things like, oh, are you still dealing with that vertigo thing? You kind of learn that, like, they think that this is like an episodic thing. Like, maybe for 10 minutes once a month I get vertigo, and then every other time I'm just ripe as rain. And I don't think people have any idea that this is a chronic, for most people, 24/7, never escaping type of thing. This isn't like, yeah, I had vertigo yesterday for a half an hour, and I've been immediately normal ever since. Everything has, like, I've been 100% feeling like myself. All I have is just this one symptom of feeling dizzy, and it's like I get it. I understand why people don't get it. But it's just frustrating, that's all. And even right now, I'm having this sensation that is always difficult to describe, but like, my head feels like it's being squished by pillows. Like, it's a soft headache. Like, it's not extremely painful or anything, but it just feels like my head is in like a cotton candy machine or something. Like, my head just feels like it's being pressed on all sides, but like gently, I guess, but in a way that's anxiety inducing. Like, I just feel like my head's really heavy, and like moving my head feels really weird. I don't know. I didn't really have a point to this video. I just wanted to air my frustrations for the day, because it's been a long day. Really, really long day. which is a shame because, like, it was actually a good day. You know, like, all things considered, if you would have taken away my headache and my vestibular issues and my extreme exhaustion, I would have had a great day. And that's the thing that's really frustrating, is like, I know that this affects my personality and my just my temperament, I guess is the word I was looking for. Yeah, it makes me grumpy. It makes me probably people don't want to be around me that much when I'm like this. And I really hate that, because I love people and I love being around people and I love interacting with people, but not when I feel like this. And so anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm almost home. I'm gonna skip the gym today. I did great last week. I went 5 days last week, every day after work, 5 days in a row. I was pretty proud of myself, and I was, feeling good. There is one other thing that's really been bothering me, and I don't know what the deal is, but I climb stairs, pretty frequently at work as a part of my job, and I used to do the Stairmaster just a couple years ago. I would warm up for 15 minutes every day, and I would not hold on to the bar, I would not use my hands, so it was like 100% all my body weight. And now at work, it seems like just 2 flights of stairs and my legs are on fire. Now I know I'm like, should be 20 pounds lighter, and I'm working on that, but I don't know how else to describe this other than I just know that something is wrong. You know yourself, you know your body, and I know what my body can do and what it feels like when I do certain things. And this is not I'm just getting older, things are changing. This is a drastic difference, and something internally is not quite right. I don't know if it's because I've been on the gabapentin at such high doses for so long. I don't know if this is like something to do with like long COVID that I had, a while back. I kind of don't think so, but I don't know. I should be able to do a lot more physical stuff at work. A lot more than I'm doing. I mean, I do it, but I get so exhausted so quickly, and not aerobically, but like my legs just get burnt out. I don't know if I don't think that I'm not consuming enough protein, because I eat protein with every meal. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is the gabapentin, but I don't even know if that's a side effect. I just know that when I took it a long time ago, I took it for nerve pain, and if it's blocking nerve pain, then I don't know. But I know that how tired I get, how quickly tired I get walking upstairs is not normal for me, and it is really frustrating because I know I'm in better shape than that, and I don't know why it's happening. It would just be like if you go on a hike, every day for the past 4 years, and all of a sudden it seems like you can only do 1/10 of that hike without getting totally burnt out. And you know that, like, not that long ago you were doing this hike with no problem, and for like much longer periods of time before you hit that same level of exhaustion. So I don't know, that's just like one thing that's been frustrating me also, on top of all my other vestibular issues. But that, like, one, it's like a pesky thought in my head, because every time I climb stairs I'm like, my legs should not be like burning up like this fast. Like, it's just, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I just needed to get those. Oh shoot, I need to go get my medication. Anyways, hope y'all are doing all right. I had a bad day. I have my dose on venlafaxine tomorrow. Hopefully that goes well. So, all right, take care. Be safe. If you're not thriving, keep trying. And see you in the next one.